Alright guys, back here with another video, and this time we're going to be doing an updated version of Lightsworn Shenanigans. And I really wanted to go over this because, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know, if you don't know me that personally, that well, I have twin toddlers, and one is named Raiden, and one is named Lily. So you should probably get it where I'm going with this. I had to play a deck with both of them in it, and I'm going to suggest some things you could try out, and some things you're going to be able to potentially change in the main and extra deck to have some fun. So this is my little quick take on it. Concocted it, tested a few hands, and it's just fun shenanigans. I've been playing Lightsworn off and on over the ages, so it's my first ever competitive deck back when I was getting into the game when I was back in 2011. So it's been a long time coming with Lightsworns before this card even was printed. But let's go and get into it. This is a very small Lightsworn package in this deck. A Raiden, if you don't know what he does, mills 2 during the main phase. You're not going to ever do the end phase mill 2 unless you're in a very tough position. You hope you're never in that position. But he's a 4-star tuner. And he's really strong to grab off a charge of Light Brigade. And you got 3 Wolf. And that's it for the Lightsworn monsters. This card, when it's milled by any effect or sent from the deck to the graveyard, you get to special summon him. That's it for the monsters for Lightsworns. And then we're going to the package that makes the deck kind of broken now. You got the 3 P.U.N.K, Xyz. This is your Stratos. Pay 600, add. Foxy, that's what you're going to add. Grab this one. You can discard it and another card from your hand that you want in the graveyard. And then you get special summon this one from deck. And this one's a level 5, and that one's a level 3. And this can make Chaos Ruler. And then you can, when this one's sent to the graveyard from the field, you get to special summon one of your P.U.N.Ks back in graveyard that's not itself. So you can summon back this one, and so you can make zombie. The zombie, can't even think of his name right now. The zombie XYZ. The zombie vampire. I couldn't think of it from. And then you mill 4 again. So you get to mill 9 off just one copy of your Foxy Tune. It's really strong. So if you get the zombie on board, then you get to straight up to 1 card, well, 1.5 cards. So you get to add. This one is a discard to add Rhoda. Also, can both of this one and the level 8 other level 8 Foxy Tune can contribute off another P.U.N.K monster to special summon itself from hand. And then Zaman can sometimes boost one up. That comes up every now and then. So it gets a 2900 beater or a 3100 beater. And the Nyx engine. So this is an engine deck. But this is something good you can add off of your top 5 with Chaos Ruler, or you can special summon this with Zombie Vampire. Sometimes it's really cool, and then you get to draw cards and keep digging. So Souls is really powerful. You send this special summon from your hand, and you just get light and darks for days, and that's what you need because there's a few Chaos cards. Into the Therion cards, you got 2 Lily. My daughter's name is Raven Lily. So I have Raiden and Raven, and I had to do it. And this one is your searcher for the spells and traps, which in this deck there's only the spell, the field spell, and the trade-in. This card is a Omni Negate, and this helps you establish boards, and it's just really strong card, Regulus. And if you don't have Therion cards work, then they basically equipped to a Therion from the graveyard for these specifically, because you have to have the corresponding type in the grave to special summon these to equip themselves from the grave, or a Therion card. So you have to have a Therion in grave for them to work. So this engine probably could change a little bit, but the deck space is at 60. So you'll see what I mean by, like, there's not very much things you can manipulate if you're wanting to play all of these cards. But you could probably, if you don't have access to the souls, this card's getting reprinted soon, so go ahead and pick up a couple copies of the Illusion of Chaos before they become ridiculous, because everybody's going to want them later. And then this is your Omni Negate. This one is a pop, and it's also a warrior, so it can equip Raiden. Really cool. It's level 7, so the synchro plays are there. This one's a psychic, so it can equip the P.U.N.K Xiamen. And then this one is an aqua, so you can't really do anything with it, but it's level 7, and it's also like a bounce in your opponent's turn. It's really strong. And it's level 7, so you can synchro with it. To the Chaos package is very small. Usually play more than this, but we got the 2 dragons that recycle each other, and then you got the 1 Valkyria. This one can send snow, and Legionnaire. So Levianeer is just broken. This is the one that you really want to use. To the hand traps, we got 3 Valor and 1 Crow and 1 Token Collector. Now, these are lights, and this is a dark, and this is a good card to mill. So, Sword, Soul, and Brave are everywhere, especially at my locals. Then the Savage 1 of monsters, Snow, obviously. You're playing Lightsworns. 1 safer to recycle the 1 copy of your Legionnaire. It's crazy how good this 1 of is whenever you send it. When you mill it and you get to grab back your Legionnaire. So if you discard your Legionnaire or whatever, or you summon it and then you overlay with it and you just grab it back later. It's really strong. 1 copy of Destrudo. This card's broken. And then 1 Jet Synchron for the combo. Then for the Scythe combo, and then you got and it also is a level 1 tuner, so it can help you make the Hot Red. And then you got the 1 Scythe because it's broken. Play it because we can. If we're playing like a crazy deck, gotta play some crazy cards. 3 Charge of Light Brigade for the start of spells. This is your mill 3 for cost, and then grab a Raiden. Yeah, really strong. 3 E-Telly because you're playing Xiamen, the P.U.N.K cards. This card is broken. So you gotta, if you open this, you can do Raiden and normal summon mill 2 and do the Xiamen play. 3 Chaos Space. This is just a broken. This is good bait. If you open this and this, most likely they're gonna ash this because they're gonna think you really need it. It's really not that good in this deck. Like the way, like it's good, but you don't need it to resolve for you to really get your pluses. It's a good graveyard effect to draw 1. It's really strong too. This card is, and these cards are really good to send off of the Magician Souls when you clog them, so you get to draw cards. This is I call it like a speed recovery. It's also a Foolish Burial. It isn't Monster Reborn, but it sends the appropriate Therion card you need to go to the graveyard. And then if you just discard it or mill it, you get to banish, put it on the bottom of the deck, and get to grab back a copy of the Therion monster you want back to your graveyard by the hand. Then your Therion field spell. This is a Rhoda. This one I'm tempted to put down to 2 and put in the second Crow back in. I was going back and forth between that, but I wanted spells that I could send. So because you can send this with souls and draw 2. So then the trade in. So send a Therion card to the graveyard, draw 2, 1 Monster Reborn and 1 Foolish Burial. We're playing a mill deck, and so if you mill cards that you want to bring back like Xiamen, so you can keep going, really strong. So I had to play it. This is a flex spot, and the field spell is a flex spot. And you could potentially play another copy of Lily over the field spell, but the field spell can be added back from the graveyard to hand with the Endless Engine card, so because they can add any Therion card back in the graveyard. So it's really nice to mill with the Endless Engine. You got for your Link 1 play. This is specifically if you're in a weird spot and you need to put the Link in the graveyard, or you need to put Jet Synchro in the graveyard so you can do the full Hulk Dagda play. So if you go into Hulk by itself, and that's like your really own play, you can automatically go into the Dagda, set Scythe on your opponent's turn, then make Baron. That's just the craziest part about it. You the Scythe like your opponent and then make Baron. Really strong. You got 1 copy of Lina. This is like light deck. So on this dodge you get that Valor, or there's a few other cards you can add that are light too, but it's mainly Valor. But this card's really strong. This helps you climb into Selene, into Access Code Talker. So that's it for the links. So you got 6 cards of the 15 cards of the links. Then you got the Wonder Magician we were talking about earlier. You can turn this and the Scythe into Baron. Baron's super strong. And you can also make this with a Xiamen and a level 7. And you also can make Baron with this. But this can send Token Collector. It can send Seifert. It can send a bunch of cards. You can send anything 6 or lower from dead to grave, but you're mainly going to summon the level 4s so you can keep it a level 3. The broken card of the deck, the Chaos Ruler. This helps you just get your whole deck started. Mill 5, really strong. You get to basically turn this into Chaos Ruler. Turn the Chaos Ruler into Hot Red, which is really good. Since we are playing links, and this is one of the iffiest cards in yesterday. This could probably be another rank 4 or rank 8, but I'm going to keep testing it and see if it's really worth the spot. Borderless Savage is really strong, but it's not the best card to make turn 1 unless you just want to like equip the relinquished anima during combo, which I did in a few hands earlier. 1 second in Punisher. This card's there as a means to just make it really hard for your opponent to win the game, or this can just help punish your opponent. Punisher. Then you got the card you make off of the play with the punks to mill an extra 4, so mill 9 without even including any Charles Labigate or anything like that. And you got 1 copy of Minerva. This card is probably not going to get made very often, so but it's there mainly for flavor. If you do get in a position where you need this, it will come up, and maybe in a situation where you really want to get a specific card to graveyard, like the token collector. If you can't, you're digging to mill it, and especially at the game 2 and 3, you can mill those token collectors. For cards that you can play that I'm not currently playing, Felice, the 2nd copy of Crow, maybe even a 3rd depending on the meta between main and side. But you can play Dweller. You can play another rank 8, which would, depending on the meta, you can, or in your area, you can play like Hope Harbinger to stop mine. You can play you can play the number 90 to negate monster effects for rank 8. You can use Appaloosa because you do climb. If you're in a position where the play would be better to negate your opponent's monster effects rather than just trying to lock them out of the extra deck, and this is good. 1 Galaxy Cyclone on the side or main. This could be a flex spot. You can use this to outmine, especially games 2 and 3. I do side this for sure. You can side the Lancia to set off the Dagda, and you can play the Preparation of Rites if you really want to play a technical 6 copy of the Magician Souls packages, that you can send off of the Souls itself, the draw card. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this. This deck is really fun. If you guys want test hands with this monstrosity, please leave comments, and also check out the merch store for Shopify. We got some awesome playmats. We got the Hero playmat, the Invoke playmat, the branded Despia playmat. We have a bunch of playmats in there that are really cool, and the t-shirts are sweet. You guys keep buying those up, and they're really, really sweet. The Eldritch t-shirt and the hoodie been going off, going insane. The new Shadal playmat is insane. If you guys want a Shadal t-shirt, let us know. We can do that as well. There's lots of stuff we can do. We could even do a Minerva playmat, Lightsworn related. Just let us know what you guys want to see. We could even make a zombie vampire, make a zombie based mat. So just let us know what you guys want so we can get those cooked up by my designer Jordan. But I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.